Hey, how you going? It's Patrick from North Australian Heavy Mechanical, and today I'm going to be running you through the fuse of the hydraulic world, the secondary relief. It's going to be part two to my two-part series for main reliefs and secondaries. So basically, to start off with, I like to call it the fuse of the hydraulic world because it protects a single circuit. So, for example, what it does is it's set higher than your main reliefs, and when you say, for example, the operator booms down, slams that bucket on the ground, and their bucket cylinder, the spool is in the neutral position, so it's closed to return. This is what protects that circuit from getting spiked. So it'd be set higher, 380. If you didn't have this in the circuit, when you slam that boom on the ground, it would expose a weak point in that circuit, either failing the cylinder, lines, or O-rings in the circuit. So basically they should be flowed together. So what I mean by flowed together is say if you've got, for example, 4 valve banks on a 996, you're going to have 4 secondaries for boom up, boom down, and so on and so forth, right? So if they're not flowed together and one secondary is set lower than the others, the oil is going to take the least path of resistance and it's going to be continuously flowing over that one secondary. So the way to flow these is it doesn't happen very often on site anymore. Only very few people do it. It is basically by winding your mains up, for example, to say 400 bar, and then you go through, wind 3 of the secondaries in, and then you'll wind one of them back out, say a turn and a half or 2 turns, and then you'll go and, for example, if you're doing boom up circuit, you'll hold boom up over a leaf, and then you'll bring that secondary up to 380, for example, and then you'll bring your other ones down lower, so to 360, and then you'll bring them up to 380, and then what that does is they're all flowed together, so they're all cracking off at the same time, and that prevents premature failure. So you can pretty well pick it when someone has just done a bodgy tune and wound one in until it touches and out half a turn is what the common thing is, but it doesn't take too long to really set them and flow them, and they will come. A lot of these larger sites have the preset kits, and they'll come as a set. So, say for example, 4 for stick extend, 4 for stick retract, 4 for boom up, so on and so forth. And basically some signs of failure. So signs of failure that some of the operator complaints that I've had is just basically drift. So some common ones are they're sitting there and waiting for a truck and constantly having to continuously pull their boom up, or their bucket. They constantly, I'm sitting there waiting for a truck and I've got to keep curling this bucket in, and slow implements. I've had it where it's had multiple secondaries that have failed in multiple circuits, and that's caused overheat as well too. So basically the ways you can identify it is go and throw your implement out and shut the machine down, and we're going to go and have a listen in the valve bank area or our monoblock area, depending on where your secondaries are, and you're listening for a pretty distinct hiss. So that hiss is oil bypassing the secondaries. So if the implement can't basically drift, can't sit there without drifting, it's no chance it's losing. It's got a pressure loss, so it's going to lose flow. So for example, if you're sticking, you've got your stick and boom and stick all the way out, and your stick is drifting in on you, go and have a listen to your secondaries, and then basically when you pull them out, you're looking the signs of wear. As you can see on these, there's an O-ring in there, a couple of backup rings, they let go. In here you have your seat, and what happens to this seat is say if one's set lower than the others, it's going to be a massive amount of flow going over this, and it will erode the seat, and then it will also cause heat marks. These ones are terribly bad for pretty much the same as the main relief. The crimp here, as you can see, the crimp spins, but a lot of the time these crimps will snap and you'll get just an implement that's falling out of the sky. So basically the way you can determine between if it's a cylinder or a secondary is, for example, just stick extend. When you've got your if it's just drifting one way, so you go and check it's drifting one way with stick, and then you go and curl it in all the way, and then it's not drifting that way. Basically that can be a sign of a secondary. But if you've got drift from the stick and it's going out as well too, that would be more likely to be a cylinder. And then things you can do with your gauges, so with your main reliefs, for example, when you're checking your main reliefs, say you've got implement drift, you pull boom up, say stick drift, we've got stick drift. So for example, you pull boom up, you've got 320 at all 4 valve banks. You then go to stick extend, and he has 280, and then you go stick in, and you've got 320. You've got a pressure loss in the one circuit, so more than likely it's going to be a secondary. Now, if you curl your stick in, and you have stick extend, you stick extend. And you have 280 there as well too, and on stick retract you have 280. Chances are that's going to be a cylinder, but it could still be 2 secondaries. But that's the way you can basically go and eliminate it via main reliefs. But yeah, most of the time, drift, just go and literally get on the machine, speak to the operator. If he says, oh yeah, I've just got one implement that's drifting, sometimes you get multiple. Just go and throw that attachment out both ways. So for example, straight out, and then tuck it under, shut the machine down and go and have a listen. I can't stress this enough. Shut the machine down, because sometimes it is incredibly, you won't hear it. Sometimes it can be very faint, especially if you have 2 circuits that are drifting. You just won't hear it with the machine running. So just give you a bit of a recap of the fuse of the hydraulic world. So basically, they should be flowed together. Signs of failure equals operator complaining about constantly waiting for trucks and implement drift. We've got O-rings, seat erosion, heat, snapped crimps. We're going to go and listen to our secondaries wherever they are, in the valve bank or in the mono blocks. You can temp shoot them, and basically that's it for the fuse of the hydraulic world. Hopefully you've got something out of this. If you did, like, share, comment, and these videos will keep coming. So please subscribe and get over and check out the shorts on TikTok, YouTube, and on Instagram. I'm going to keep pumping those out. So if you've been enjoying them, get in there, share them, and comment. Let me know some of your stories and some of your failures. So cheers, thank you.